But because of the occasion, we're celebrating living veterans who have sacrificed their lives, their time, their efforts for the safety and sanctity of our country. I think that it's appropriate that we give a round of applause to each and every veteran that has served in our military across this nation. We're so thankful for your service. At this time, we will have our invocation by Mr. Lee Shingles. He's going to Mr. Shingles.
Good morning.
Everybody.
Our Lord, God of hosts, we gather to pay respect to our mother and sisters who have departed their life. It is fit that we remember the nation. You have given us a rich and beautiful land by heaven. We humbly pray that we may always pour ourselves constantly aware of your faith, and therefore, angels demonstrate our gratitude and seek you, and to do your will. May our land be blessed, productive of peace, and the people of integrity for their kingdoms to learn, and willing to respect one another. All this we ask of you, Almighty God, in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Shingles. At this time, we have greetings from the Council Chair, Christopher James. He is not here. We will have someone from Council to please come up and do our reading for us, please.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Hello.
On behalf of Chairman Chris James and the rest of the council, I bring you greetings. I just want to say how proud and honored I am to be here as the youngest person ever elected in the city of East Orange. Every year we do these ceremonies and come to more and more apparent to me how the sacrifices that have been made on our behalf so that somebody like me and my age group can stand here and do this with me today. I also want to pay homage to my brother who served in the Marines from 83 through the 90s. And so it's an extreme honor to be here. I also just want to talk more about how we continue to advocate for our veterans as the years go by. As you know, on the ballot recently, we had the $250 reduction on property taxes for our veterans who served in war. And so it's not by surprise that here in the city of East Orange, we do have a veteran advisory board. And we continue to stay committed to our veterans each and every day. And so thank you for your service. Thank you for the sacrifices you made, particularly for our Black veterans who fought when it wasn't necessarily the popular thing to do. And people weren't treated always fairly. You still continue to do it and made those sacrifices for me and my colleagues. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks so much. I'm also my name is Wendy Clay Brooks. I serve in the second ward of East Orange. Thank you.
Good morning, Councilman Gomez from the 4th Ward, and I just want to thank you for your service. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you, Councilman and Councilwoman. At this time, everyone, please join me in bringing to the microphone Honorable Mayor Ted Rodriguez for the city of East Orange. Thank you. Mayor.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Giving honor to God, very honored to be standing here this morning. Let me just do a little housekeeping. I want to thank the young lady, Kiana, give her another round of applause. And also Mr. Lee, who always gives an excellent invocation. Give him another round of applause. Councilwoman Claybrook, who just spoke, give her a round of applause. Councilman Gomez, who really is a strong advocate for making sure that our veterans have a place, which you always have, but even bigger and better. I want to thank him for his leadership on council, for making sure those things happen. Give him another one. To all the men and women under the leadership of Mr. Pearson, our recreation department, along with Stanley, who over the years have put this program together, rain or shine, give all of them a round of applause. To the entire East North City Council, to our honorees who are being honored today, we thank you so much for what you have done and continue to do, and for serving this country. Give them another round of applause. And you know, we have a group of our East North Police Explorers who not only learning what it's all about civic, learning about the history of this community, but is led by Officer Sellers. Let's give our young people a round of applause and Officer Sellers. So we know over the years when it came to Veterans Day, normally we was outside, right? And we are challenged with this COVID-19. But quite often, when I think about the situation we have been in for the last 9 months, it do not amount for what all of you have done for this country. And probably some of you who have been witnessing this COVID-19, male or female, right? As a young man who grew up here and proud to be the mayor, but I can't imagine what all of you have been through, the sacrifices that y'all sacrificed for this country, right? And for myself, right? I got up this morning, and quite often I think of my grandfather. I normally profoundly talk about him because he served 12 years in the military, in the Army. My Uncle Billy, who served in the Air Force. And they quite often always told us about the stories and the things that they have done. So what I did this morning, right, when I thought of all of them, I got up this morning, I took out my black shoes, and I spit shined my shoes today, right? Because they always talk about how you shine your shoes, right? And I made sure that my appearance today, because of what you have done, and I walked in this building to make sure that I represented all of you. Because listen, we know for a fact that we're going to get over this. But your sacrifice, and we're seeing and benefiting from it. We're seeing African American men and women all across this country who stand each and every day as mayors, as senators. Y'all allowed for what y'all have done for this country, where we saw our first black African American president, right? And here we are today, Kamala Harris, African American women, because women like yourself who was going to serve as our vice president of this United States. And that's not because of what you have done, it's because of the sacrifices, right? That's by design. So I'm so honored to be standing here as the 14th mayor of the city of East Orange today to say thank all of you. Thank you for serving this country. And I know for a fact that when we get past this, we're going to be back outside doing what we need to do. But, you know, God willing, God is testing our faith, right? God is testing our faith. But guess what? It ain't something that we've never been through in terms of our faith being tested, because I know for a fact all of your faith has been tested, because that's why you're still here. But to all those men and women who are present and past, thank you for your service, and may God continue to bless all of you. Thank you very much.
Let's give our mayor another round of applause. Thank you, Mayor. At this time in our program, we're going to have a moment of reflections of veterans of Lewis Lackland VFW Post 7923 come forward. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
We accompanied by Greg Jewell from Mount Vernon. As in the military, when you name your name, you go by but I have four people I want to bring to your attention that we have not added to the list, but they will be at our next meeting. The first person is Leroy Bundy. The next person is Donald Spotswood. Next person, David Stevens. And our own Chief Lenny McDaniels. Alan Joseph, Austin Robert, Arena George, Bennett Frank, Bennett Harold, Bennett Marjorie, Bowser Ed, Bowser Hamilton B. Sr., Bowser Lucius Huber, Grant James Brown Thomas L., Carr Island, Carrington Charles, Christian Delvin, Clark Bradley Ellis, Clark Henry, Thomas Henry III, Cook Thomas H., Claiborne Angelo, Codlington Warren, Conwell Charles, Connor Spencer Peter, Corin Malcolm, Causley Senior John, Causley Junior John, Causley Stanley E, Causley Junior Stanley E. Daly Olive, Daly Williams, Evans Green, Basin S. Eugene, Friedman Booker, George Clarissa, G. Williams, Gray James, Green Senior, Theodore Senior.
You want to bring the mic over here? Bring it to the mic. I know we got those young ladies.
Before I begin, can you hear me? Before I begin, can you hear me? I'd just like to thank the mayor for all the things he's been doing. He's become the mayor of the city of East Orange. Congratulations. Art William, Arvis, Richard, Hazel Jim, Hill Hubert, Hayden Frederick, Hodge William, Howard Jack, Humphrey Hart Harold, Jackson John, Jenkins John, Johnson Joe, Johnson Lewis, Johnson Orlando, Johnson Ralph Edward, Jones Arthur, Jones Ray, Key Victor, Calabaro Thomas, King Robert, Lucas Ward, Lancaster Gilbert, Lindo Lucius, Leon Floyd, Mandy John, Maddox Nelson, McGarry Edward, Mitchell Lewis, Mitchell Simon, Moore Arthur, Morse Charlie, Morse Raymond, Morse William, Mumford Theodore, Nicholas Robert.
Parker George, Howard Edgar, Ray Harold, Ray Wilson, Ransom Clarence, Ray Joseph T. Reed Calvin. Robert Lucius N. Roberts Albert E. Robinson Sr. James. Roland Jr. Odell. Roy Floyd. Scott Maurice. Shannon James. Shaw Sr. Frederick. Sherman Jim. Stevens David A. Stokes Joseph M. Talmadge John. Turley Frank. Turner Garrett. Waters Sr. Maurice B. Walker Sr. Leonard. Bolton Robert L. Weaver Mary. Wilkerson Leonard. Williams Earl. Williams Edward. Williams Thomas. Wilson Clarence. White Lowell Franklin. And Yates Senior Person. Thank you. Amen.
Give our veterans another round of applause. Very, very thankful. I know that this annual event, Veterans Day, is extremely important for many reasons for many different people. And as the mayor reflected also, I had an uncle who served in the Vietnam War, who was stationed in Germany. And I remember when he would come home on leave, and we'd sit in the living room, and he'd tell stories about his tour. And he just came off of and different, conflicts or combat that he had to engage in during that war. So I personally want to thank each and every veteran from every branch of our military again for your ultimate sacrifice for this country. And again, give yourself a round of applause for the awesome contribution. We will now go to our keynote speaker for today, Sergeant First Class Dante L. Davis, Senior. He's the station commander at the U.S. Army Recruiting Station here in East Orange, New Jersey. He was born in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and at the age of 19, he started his career path into the United States Army. He joined the Army out of Honolulu, Hawaii, in August of 2002. Upon his high school graduation, he attended basic training at Fort Steele in Oklahoma, and advanced individual training at Fort Gordon in Georgia. Sergeant First Class Davis holds a bachelorette in organizational leader, and he is a senior pastor at Trinity International Apostolic Ministries. He is currently assigned as the station commander for the East Orange Army Recruiting Station in the Newark Company, Mid-Atlantic Battalion, and 1st Recruiting Brigade. Join me in welcoming to the mic for our keynote address on today, Sergeant First Class Dante L. Davis, Sr. Let's give him a round of applause.
Turn it back over. It's still projecting. Can everybody hear?
Can everybody hear?
Yes.
I was speaking out to my military voice.
There you go. There you go.
No. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Mayor Green, distinguished guests, and friends. Thank you for joining us this morning in recognizing our veterans for their unwavering service to America. What is a veteran? A veteran, as defined by federal law, is any person that has served for 180 days or 6 months in any military service branch. Across these United States today, Americans are united. Flags are flown at half-mast
in honor of the fearless men and women who have served and are currently serving for more than 200 years. These men and women have fought for our freedom by their duty, honor, and selfless service. Today we recognize the fact that our veterans have given something of themselves and their families to this great country, and some have given the ultimate sacrifice to protect the liberties that we embrace. This morning, as we reflect upon the blessings of our liberty, we ask our Holy Father to give us a nation, to give us as a nation the strength to do our part by standing together and giving thanks to the true guardians of freedom in which we have been granted. Let us by no means forget that we cannot fairly commemorate the joy of our freedom without remembering the great price paid for that freedom. Today, many walk unsteadily, not knowing the eternal debt that they owe to the untold number of veterans who chose to set aside their personal desires and dreams to give surety to the well-being of this great nation. We, the survivors, are unquestionably the beneficiaries of those who have made tremendous sacrifices for the advancement of security and our independence. May we always be humbly grateful to those brave American patriots who suffered and sacrificed all to the glory of God and for the freedom of these United States of America. To our guardians in peacetime, for those who have stared in the face of the inhumanity of combat, for those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice, let it be said that these ambassadors of America have been there preserving the Constitution of the United States. To all our veterans, we give a genuine, heartfelt message of thank you. Thank you for your steadfast service in peacetime and in war here in this nation and throughout the world. To all the veterans, irrespective of their service and their era in which they served, never receiving fortune nor fame, but tirelessly performing their duties, we say thank you. Charles M. Providence wrote this, and I quote, "It was the soldier, not the minister, who gave us freedom of religion. It was the soldier, not the reporter, who gave us freedom of press. It was the soldier, not the poet, who gave us freedom of speech. It is the soldier, not the campus organizer, who given us freedom to protest. It is the soldier, not the lawyer, who has given us the right to a fair trial. It is the soldier, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. It is the soldier who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, whose coffin is draped with the flag that allows the protesters to burn the flag. So I leave you with this charge. If ever you see a veteran, be them young or old, extend your hand in gratitude, smile with a nod of thanks, or hold the door open with kindness as they have held the door of freedom open for you. As I close, I would like to say thank you for allowing me to represent our veterans today, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Sergeant Davis. Thank you very much, Sergeant Davis, for that wonderful address. On behalf of the American Farms, I would say thank you very much for this council. I want to present you with this certificate of appreciation for your contribution on today's program. And another gift for you there. I'll be better as cat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are now prepared to honor our award recipients for today. First, we're going to have a presentation of our first award, which is the Stanley E. Costley Award, which is presented to the high-ranking city veteran. And today's recipient is Captain Dwayne B. Patrick Sr. of the East Orange Fire Department. Captain Patrick was born and raised in East Orange, Missouri. He attended the East Orange School System, National Elementary School, Vernon L. Davis Junior High, and also East Orange High School. Captain Patrick graduated from East Orange High School in June of 1989. Captain Patrick enlisted in the U.S. Navy in September of 1989 and attended boot camp in Orlando, Florida. Captain Patrick began working at the East Orange Fire Department in March 1996 and received his promotion to fire captain in March of 2018. Captain Patrick is currently assigned to the Mighty Engine Company No. 1 of Tour 2. Join me in welcoming our recipient of the Stanley E. Costley Award, Captain Dwayne B. Patrick Sr. Give a round of applause.
Let's give another round of applause. The City of East Orange 2020 Veterans Day Stanley E. Costley Jr. Award presented to Captain Dwayne B. Patrick Sr. in recognition of being the highest ranking veteran serving the citizens of East Orange, New Jersey. Mayor Ted R. Green, Christopher D. James, Council Chairman, and East Orange City Council awarded you this award on November 11, 2020. And as we say, we're one city, one community, we have one goal, that's progress, and thank you for your sacrifice.
Good morning. First, I'd like to thank God for allowing me to be here. Next, I'd like to thank all of the veterans that came before me, that served before me so that I can serve today. And I'd like to thank the veterans that served with me, that are continuing to serve today. I thank most of all my grandfather who served in the United States Army in World War II. William Love. Next, I'd like to thank my family, Patrick family, May Green, and the entire city of East Orange. Thank you. Chief Williams and East Orange Fire Department, and I thank all of you for allowing me to receive this award today. It is an honor and a privilege. Again, I thank you.
Thank you very much. Next award recipient will receive the Earl Williams Award, which is presented to the most active city resident who's a veteran. This year's recipient is going to be Ms. Phyllis Brown, First Sergeant, U.S. Army. Phyllis Brown was born the youngest of a family of 6. Phyllis was educated in the East Orange school system and graduated from the East Orange High School in 1986. After high school in 1986, Phyllis joined the Army Reserves as an E-1 private as a way to pay for college, but really enjoyed it and decided to stay in as long as possible. From 1982 to 1992, Phyllis progressed through the ranks from private E-1 to specialist E-4. During this period, she attended primary leadership school, which led to her promotion as sergeant E-5 in 1996. Phyllis was promoted to first sergeant E-8 in 2006, went again and then again in 2010 after coming back from maternity leave. Phyllis married in 2008 and was blessed with a handsome son. Is he here today, Matthew? In the fall of 2009. Please welcome me, join me in welcoming our Earl Williams Award winner for today, Phyllis Brown. Give her a hand.
So this award is kind of easy, because I've known this young lady practically all her life and all my life, so this is easy. The City of East Orange 2020 Veterans Day, the Earl Williams Award, presented to Phyllis Brown, in recognition of being the most active veteran serving the citizens of East Orange, New Jersey. Mayor Ted R. Green, Christopher D. James, Councilman, the Council Chair, East Orange City Council on this day, November 11th. Again, as we say, one city, one community, one goal. That goal is progress. Thank you so much for your sacrifice.
Thank you very much for Phyllis.
I'm always very emotional when we have anything to do with military, so I'm not trying to cry here. All right, so I first and foremost would like to thank my God, Almighty God, for generously giving me wisdom and strength and ability to help others. People say busy, right? Busy helping others. In Philippians 4:13, it says that you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. Amen. And though the things that I help to do for others are not perfect, but I'm pressing towards that mark. Amen. My mom died when I was almost 21. So it was the military through my 20s and my 30s that kept me from going out of control and really helped to give me some stability. In my 30s, I've met a bunch of wonderful women, Ms. Hazelyn Pilgrim, Ms. Barbara Branch, but two women are really special to me. Ms. Lucille Scott, whose gentle wisdom helped me, help the first-time mom at 40 raise a son who had challenges and helped me get through that. And also Miss Mary Harris, who's in the audience today. Her positive and encouraging spirit, I don't know if she was a cheerleader when she was in school, but she should have been, because she was always there to remind me that I'm doing a good job or that I've done a good job, even when I forgot about it. So, those ladies help to bring the sunshine even when there are some times in my life when it was raining. So thank you to the City of East Orange for not just honoring us for our veteran service, but for the service that we continue to give when we come back from serving in the military and become civilians again. The Army has a magazine called the Army Echoes, and they have a phrase in there that says "Soldiers for Life." So whether you're serving in the as in military uniform, or if you're serving as a civilian, you're still serving. So thank you so much for this honor. I'm always reluctant to be in a spotlight. I didn't cry. I'm so happy. Thank you for listening. To God be the glory. And if you do not know Jesus Christ, get to know him, read the book of John, and then read the rest of the Bible.
Amen.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. Also, congratulations to our recipients this year. Very, very welcome to have you here. You are certainly deserving of the honor. Thank you again. Thank you. Give them a round of applause. Before we bring the mayor on for closing remarks, and then we'll have Ms. Her name right there, Ms. Kiana Surratt for another performance. Before those two things, we would like to express to you, Fourth Ward City Councilwoman Tamika Garrett Ward expressed her congratulations to the recipients and also the speaker and all the veterans that are present here and those who are watching virtually. She cannot be here because she's doing virtual instruction today. The children are in school and she's continuing the legacy of teaching our young people that they may travel the path and the course that many of you have traveled. Some of the young people that she's teaching may decide to go into the military. So we need strong teachers as Tamika, Councilwoman Garrett Ward is. And she sends her congratulations to all of you. And she expresses warm wishes to all of you as well. We'd like to bring our mayor on for closing remarks. And then Ms. Garrett will come up for another performance. Thank you. Mr. Ray.
Amen.
Let's give yourselves another round of applause. This is a beautiful day for all of us, but again to our honorees, to our guest speaker, to our council members, to our young people. Thank all of you for being out this morning. And again to all our veterans, thank you, thank you, thank you. We can't say that enough for the sacrifice that you have done for this country and the sacrifice that you have given all of us to be where we are today. May God continue to bless all of you. May God continue to keep you healthy. And we will get past this COVID. Thank you.